Hi, welcome to Atrocious Gameplay. Now, if you're stumbling across this video for the first time and you are looking to get into the Pokemon trading card game, specifically online before maybe you start doing stuff IRL, going to events when they come back and things like that, this is exactly where you want to be. This is going to be a series that I'm doing that is going to kind of show you how to get into PTCGO and how to get into the trading card game. Because a lot of you, maybe you played the video games and you've always collected the cards and you're like, you know what? I might as well. Maybe some of you have heard of this from other people or maybe have seen us on Twitch and you're like, how do I get going into this? So this is going to be all for you. I've gotten an influx of new people with the release of Darkness Ablaze, and I assume the same thing will happen through Champion's Path and so on and so forth. So this is going to be a great series for all of you. I hope you're ready to rock and roll. Just to give you a little bit of clarification and a little bit of transparency, I have been playing competitively for about a year. About a year and a half ago, I started playing casually, just kind of playing, you know, just having some fun. But then I wanted to get competitive and I wanted to try to like win events, win tournaments, build the best decks and things like that. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm an overall competitive human being. So I've got a lot of experience under my belt, and I know how this goes because I'm pretty familiar with it still. It just happened pretty recently, so I hope that you enjoy this series. But first, before we do anything on the client, you got to make sure that you create a Play Pokemon account. Okay, so first off, I just want to give a huge shout out to my friend. They wanted to remain anonymous, so no worries about that. But they ended up making a Play Pokemon account because personally, if you read the Pokemon TCGO TOS Terms of Service, you can only have one account. So I could not go out and make an account and show you the tutorial and stuff. So a friend of mine was very gracious enough to do this for me and make these recordings. So for those of you that may not know, we are going to be kind of watching it. So there we go. So see, it's a recording, as you can maybe see on screen, just to be transparent with you all. Now, there's going to be a prompt here in this little area over here that you see, create an account. All you have to do is type into Google, play Pokemon, login, and that's it. That's all you have to do. Just click on that first link and it'll take you kind of to this screen. There will be a login screen. I've got my login blurred out, obviously, because I don't want anybody knowing what my login is. And then it'll also on this right side say create an account. You're going to want to click create account. Just go through the various things that it prompts you as to create account, verify it, things like that. I'm not going to show you everything in terms of like creating an account because it's pretty self-explanatory. I think Pokemon does a really good job of helping you get started. It literally takes less than 5 minutes to create an account. Less than 3 minutes, I would probably say as well. But once you get your account going and then you load up the Pokemon TCGO client, it's going to pop up like this one is here and like right there. Boom. You load it up in the game and you're going to come to this screen. Now, obviously this screen, you're going to want to put in your username and password. So whatever you had just made it through Play Pokemon, make sure to use it here, your username and password, so then you can get onto your online Pokemon trading card game account. Once you log on onto the client, it's going to bring up this terms of service. Terms of service, I know a lot of people don't read them, but trust me, you may want to read this one. There are some things in there that you want to do, and you never want to do something that is accidentally illegal. Like, for instance, I would have never known that I can only have one PTCGO account unless I read this terms of service that we're showing you right here. So make sure that you scroll down all the way, you read everything before you hit agree, because you can't hit agree until you at least scroll all the way down. So once you get through that, you're going to hit agree, and it's going to just shoot you right into the tutorial. Right away, you're going to get into the tutorial. Now, I will say, Pokemon TCG Online has actually a fantastic tutorial in my opinion. It actually does a lot of things right, and it does a lot of things really, really well. So I highly encourage that you kind of pay attention into this and kind of see the different things that it has to offer. So again, once you get into it and you hit that terms of service, it's again going to throw you right into that tutorial, and it's going to be really good because it's going to show you various prompts throughout this process about what you need to do and how to see the cards, you know, and the different steps that it takes. There are a couple different rules that we could go over. One of those rules is you always have to have an active Pokemon, okay? So at the very beginning here, It's going to throw you an active Pokemon. You're going to place it down. You're going to learn how to place it down. So then you know in your future games. This is, by the way, going to be kind of like a speed run of the different rules in the game that the tutorial will show you. So I highly encourage, again, you pay attention during the tutorial. It's really good. It does a really good job. So you draw a card at the beginning of every turn, just like our opponent has and just like we have. You have the option to attach one single energy from this part, which is your hand, onto the Pokemon. So that is exactly what we're going to do right here. Just attach it to the Eevee. And if we go second, if we fulfill the energy cost, so you see this is a colorless energy, so that means that we can do anything with it. Again, highly encourage you look at the tutorial. It does a much better job and a much slower job of doing this, but just for the sake of time, I'm going throughout this at a speed run pace. We've got this lightning energy here. There's one colorless here, which colorless could be any sort of energy that we want. We can go ahead and attack because if you go first, you cannot attack. So we are just going to attach again because we drew. Boom, do some more damage. And then here's the crazy thing. There are different cards like this potion right here. This potion allows you to heal. Different trainer cards. This is a classification of a set of cards. So this trainer card right here healed us a little bit. We went down to 10 instead of 40. We're just going to be able to use an attack again. We take this knockout right here. Now, once you take a knockout, you take a prize. Every game you have 6 prizes that you have to take. So defeating a Pokemon equals taking a prize. Now, later in like tutorials and things like that, or different styles of gameplay that you might use, there are going to be moments where you maybe take more than one prize on knocking out Pokemon. We won't worry about that right now. We won't worry about that for a little bit. We'll worry about that here as soon as it comes. So as you can see, you have a bench area. If those of you familiar in maybe Pokemon in general, you get 6 Pokemon to bring on your team if you've played the video games. And then you get one Pokemon that's always fighting, right? That's the active Pokemon. But then you get other Pokemon, 5 of them specifically, at least in this situation, where they're on the bench or they're in the back line. You've got them in the back ready to send out whenever and start attacking. So my friend decided to attach the energy onto this benched Pikachu because this Eevee right here only has 2 energies on it. So that is something to note as well. You can also, after your Pokemon gets knocked out, you have to send up a benched Pokemon. So see, my Pokemon ran out of HP. Boom. My friend brought up the Pikachu. We attach the energy to it. And we can use its attack because it's 3 and 3. Boom, to take that knockout there. Here's another great thing to note. If you do not have any Pokemon at the beginning of your turn on the field, before you play any cards, you automatically lose the game. So as you can see, my opponent doesn't have any Pokemon on the field. My friend did have Pokemon on the field, so they got the victory screen. And there are various things throughout this tutorial. As you can see, there are more things you can do. And as you can see, my friend did all of these different battles. Again, very, very nice. It didn't take them very long to get through the tutorial. There's kind of like 2 tutorial phases. There's this beginner one, which the game kind of forces you into, which took my friend about 15 minutes to even do that. And at the end, once you defeat Otis, as you can see, my friend defeated Otis right there, you get some cool cards. Now, this is what they got. This was taken just the day before this video released. So, what day is it today? August 31st. 2020. They got a Raichu and a Alolan Raichu GX and an Unbroken Bonds pack, which are 2 very, very good things. If you're wondering, like, Unbroken Bonds, what is that? That is a set right now that you can utilize in the standard format, which, when we talk about standard packs, different things like that, I will push that in another video. But just know that the tutorial can give you some pretty good stuff as well. Now, as you continue on, maybe you opened your pack or something, maybe you figured out how to do that. You are going to be prompted into this screen. Now, this is going to show you a daily challenge. This is going to help you gather things like the currency in the game. There are coins, tickets. Let me actually show you kind of a sneak preview. Whoop, there's my desktop. Say hi to Nessa, chat. She's very beautiful. there are different currencies in this game. Oops, again. There are different currencies in this game. So you see up top over there, right where the arrow and my finger are pointing, right up here, there are things called coins, which can help you buy packs in-game. Again, we'll talk about that later and maybe which ones that you should buy. There's a lot of different things, packs, decks, different cosmetics in this game that you can go buy. And then also, there are event tickets. Now, I won't get into too much depth, but there are in-game tournaments that you can enter in. Just very, very small things to help get you a lot more coins and maybe some packs as well. But that's what these daily challenges are used for. Now, this daily challenge, as you can see right here, that my friend got, it's called Rampage. Now, to do this, you have to be in-game usually, and you have to do certain things that it asks for. So this one specifically says, do 200 damage to opposing Pokemon. That's any kind of damage. That could be like water Pokemon damage. That could be fire Pokemon damage, lightning or electric Pokemon damage, whichever you prefer. Now, you'll go in here. You'll be prompted with this screen, which is choose a deck. Now, it doesn't exactly matter as of right now which deck you should choose because fire, lightning, and water do not have weakness to this person. But you are going to choose a deck, whichever one you prefer. And then you are going to play against this person named Zach. My friend chose the water deck. It's going to prompt up this screen showing kind of all the stuff that you need to do. And then boom, you're just going to get right into the game. You're going to do this. Now, I believe my friend actually lost this game. So that could teach you different strategies. This isn't something that's super easy and it's not a handout. So you got to be really careful when playing this game. You really got to think about what you're doing. But again, I think it's actually really, really good. And then also you can switch up decks. This is actually what the professor here is recommending. Man, you took a tough loss. Might as well want to switch up those decks a little bit. So I encourage you to make your way through this, battle as many as possible. And you know what? After a little bit, we will start talking about in the next video different things like maybe what you should use with your coins and things like that. Maybe looking at the packs as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is kind of a fast-paced thing. I understand it's a little bit fast-paced, but it's super cool. And shout out to my friend again for recording this for me, making an account on PTCGO. I think we're good. We don't need to do any more stuff with them because we've gone through the beginning tutorial that I can't go back to, I believe, on my account. So shout out to my friend for making an account for me, recording their gameplay and sending me the videos. You're the real MVP. But if you ever have any questions, make sure to go visit us. The link is down below there, twitch.tv/atrociousgameplay. We stream Monday through Friday, and I think usually all of those days are PTCGO from 8 a.m. Eastern time to about in between noon to 1 Eastern time. I answer any questions, so if you have questions about like maybe different things like, oh man, Jake, like what are some other theme decks to buy, or what packs should I be getting, or what is your favorite Pokemon? You know, feel free to come ask me. I'm an open book. We have a great time. We just hit 1.4 thousand subscribers, or I'm sorry, not subscribers, 1.4 thousand followers on Twitch. So big milestones on the channel. And also we have excellent big news coming on the channel. So I appreciate you. Remember, we're not very good at video games here, or card games for that matter, but we have a fun time doing it, and we get better every single day because we practice. Anyways, I will see you all later. Have fun, and remember that you look good today, and you're very, very cute. So appreciate yourself.